everybody? It's your boy, Brandyn. Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 43, but before we get into the action, I'm going to introduce the host with the most. To my right, we got the boy Savvy, Travie.
Hey, world.
Yeah. We've got Oliver is below me.
What is going on, friends? Welcome to the show.
Yeah. And then finally, least but not first, don't know what that means,
Whoa.
William the Conqueror, newest Twitch streamer on the platform. What's good?
What's good, everybody? Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Hey,
Cheers. Hey, cheers.
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 Boys, this week, tomorrow.
Was that a candle?
It was a toilet paper roll.
That was a kid I would have eaten.
You should get a
That
drink,
was
brother. You should
hilarious.
get a
If
drink.
we're cracking like drinks though, I would crack drinks actually.
You
Because
should,
I think
go
Jeff might be
grab
drinking
yourself a
too.
drink while
Oh, no,
Will-
dude, I got my fucking mini fridge right next to me.
Oh
What's up?
shit.
Bro.
Well,
let's
Will's
go.
got something to update us with.
Boys, so this week is a big week for two reasons. One, we have a great fucking holiday tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day. Fucking
sad
old ass
Thanksgiving's over.
tradition.
Still got Christmas.
Yeah, man.
Still got
Celebrating
Christmas.
colonization. Let's fucking
Let's go.
perpetuate that.
Yeah.
Celebrating genocide.
America.
Let's go.
America.
Oh my god.
Disease
just a
blankets.
Slight sidebar. I got from a friend. I got these like exotic beers, like
You
local
had 'em
Virginia
before?
beers.
This is like the new evolution of craft beer, people.
So this
Have you-
is a raspberry IPA sour.
Exotic
Ooh,
beers from
it's a
Wyoming.
sour IPA. Ooh, very dangerously.
This is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
Nice. We're
Have
cracking.
you
we're
had one
cracking.
before?
Oh, well, why else is this a really big week?
Boys, on November 28th,
Saturday?
I turned 25.
Holy shit. Let's
Wow.
fucking go. Can we
Hell,
round of
man.
applause for
Bro.
25
Hey.
years of great living? Great living.
Halfway to 30, man. Halfway to 30.
Boys.
How does that feel?
Halfway to
came-
30.
Okay, don't scare
Math checks
him.
out.
I came to a fucking realization the other fucking day about turning 25. Like, as a kid, everyone says that you become an adult when you're 18. Like, you're able to, you get your like legit license, you're able to buy tobacco, you're able to apply for
anymore.
like loans, all this shit. 20, then I was like, no. 21, you're able to legally drink, legally purchase stuff from dispensaries.
Also, you can't
Um,
buy tobacco until you're 21 now either.
It depends on
Which
what
is whack.
state.
No, I'm
But-
pretty sure it's
right.
federal. If I'm, I don't know
Federal.
if I'm
Sure, that
wrong.
one's
Is it
federal.
federal?
It's
Yeah.
federal.
All right, then
You're
swap that. 18, you get a license. I mean, you're not really you graduate high school.
Oh,
21, you're able to legally purchase tobacco, marijuana, alcohol, all this shit. You get another big license, bro. Fuck that. You become a fucking adult when you turn 25.
Yeah.
Because now you gotta start paying for your own fucking life. You're no longer on mom and dad's plan. You now pay for your own life. You pay life insurance.
You excited for that?
Bro.
You know what
It's
you
scary.
also, you know what's really good to look forward to? This is like the only thing you can kind of look forward to in 21. You can rent cars now.
Yeah, you can rent
Yeah.
cars now. You're 25.
Yep.
That's
I
a
thought
big plus.
26 was when you lost all the health insurance.
I
and
thought
shit.
so too, but we'll look this up last time. I think it is 25.
It
That
is
ass,
25.
man.
So
Yeah.
you're
Our days are
you're-
fast approaching, boys. Our days
You're
are
one
fast.
I
Brandon
realize.
college experience away from being 30 years old, brother. How fucking nuts is that, bro?
Honestly, it's something that surprises me. Again, I never really thought I would make it this far, but
Whoa.
That's some
fucking
real
God.
shit, you know. Like it's not even like on a life or death basis, but whenever you're younger, you're like, you know, I'm gonna be young forever. This shit feels like it's taking so goddamn long. My one day of high school
Forever.
trumps a whole week of my adult life.
Oh
Dead
my
ass. A
God.
week in high school was like a month in college.
That ass.
Bro, it took forever. That week of classes from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. took forever.
I think back and I'm like, how did I get up at like 6:45 in the morning?
Bro,
Every day?
Yeah, I know. It must be so difficult.
Really
fucking-
sucks, man.
the
Really
fucking
sucks.
huge transition that you go through from high school to fucking college is fucking insane on like a crazy
epic.
level. You go from waking up at 6 a.m. every fucking day of your life as a high schooler, going to school till 3 p.m., If you have after school activities, you have to do that, such as if you're on sports teams, theater, clubs, whatever. You're probably not getting home till probably about 6 or 7 o'clock. After that, all you gotta do is this bullshit homework, and then you're golden.
Dude, I never did homework at home. I did all my homework in class and in the car on the way to school, to and from school.
Same thing, but what fucked me with like big projects, I would not do them, and I would just straight up not do them at all, and that's what fucked me in high school.
I was hiking trying to get.
I was one of those people that would finish my projects like way too fast. And
that's good. Nothing wrong with that. I would always try to do as much homework as I could in school because I was like, I want to go home and have like after school have soccer or wrestling and be like, fuck. Especially if you have like a game or a match, then you're gonna come back at 8 or 9 at night, shower. You probably haven't eaten, and then you have to do all this homework. You're gonna be up for another 2 hours. You're like so tired.
Yeah, my mindset was like, I'm at school, so I can't play video games anyway, so I might as well do homework.
Yep.
Because every minute of homework I do at home is a minute I can't be playing video games at a time when I'm able to play video games.
So, but like,
exactly.
High key though, I would get stuck in this loop. I would have my favorite classes. My favorite classes were times where I actually had people that I talked to. Like the classes I did well in were classes where I was a fucking nerd. I didn't talk to anybody. But in the classes I did terribly in is when I was a socialite. Like I would just fucking talk to everybody and not get anything done because people would just be like bothering me the whole time. I couldn't get homework done.
But like the reason I say I didn't think I would make it to 25 is like everybody here knows that the story I've told about like what happened to me and like the struggles and the demons that I've faced. Yeah. That all started in high school. So in high school, I was like, bro, if this shit keeps up, I'm not making it to like 21 or something like that. Bro, I'm turning 25 in how many fucking days?
3
fucking days. I turned 25 years old.
You know,
and here's for like 60 more years.
Craziness.
And I don't know if I want to live 60 more years. We can talk about that here in a second, but thank fuck, you know, you've made it this far because you've touched all of our lives. Not only that, we have a sick podcast. It's finna blow up.
Yeah, really. How would it
finna blow up?
What an awkward number 3. Like the number 43. So fucking
weird.
Boy, once I get these Twitch followers, I'm gonna start broadcasting the podcast on that stuff.
Let's fucking go.
You know what's funnier than 42?
43. I just realized I'm changing it right now.
Podcast one time, like,
bro.
Straight stream it.
What happens if we say like Norway or something?
Norway's allowed.
Norway's allowed.
Nigeria is allowed.
Nigeria is.
Have you guys seen that thing with the Snickers thing?
What? Tell us about it.
All right. It's so like they spell out Snickers and they take away certain letters.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No. No. So
Snicers.
Speaking of oppressing, so we've been sicing a specific product, and we're not gonna get in trouble because we're a tiny ass podcast. We don't have any audience. But Blue Chew
oh my God,
is actually getting people strikes on their YouTube channel because YouTube doesn't like people talking about dick pills on their platform.
Why?
They're so fucking strict, man. I remember when YouTube used to have like death videos on it.
Bro, it was crazy.
I would
watch the obscure shit you would find in old YouTube. Like you're finding dead videos, you're finding like the creepy ass fucking scary pedophilia shit.
There was a time when like that was like fucking mainstream because the community that was using YouTube at the time, they just like top video was like car crash death compilation.
Like it was wild. Like how dark and twisted like early YouTube trends were.
So was iFunny. Wasn't iFunny?
The internet started out dark and twisted, and then they all went to the recesses and stuff.
iFunny still says the N-word. I have this.
Sorry, not to cut you off, but wasn't iFunny just like straight up like porn in the beginning?
Kind of.
iFunny's always been partly porn.
So
it's known for memes and porn.
When I did YouTube, what I would do is I would do skits, kind of like I'd try to be a Shane Dawson knockoff, but I was like literally 9 years old, so it was kind of cringy.
Fish.
And what I would do, bro, you can't say that. You can't say fish. So backstory to that, and then I'll get to the main story. I started this YouTube channel. I was like, what if we had this YouTube channel where we would just say fish and get a bunch of people just to say fish, and that's it, and see if it blows up. It's a dumb enough concept that I feel like the internet would embrace it.
Right.
We got like 3 videos in and never touched it again. But I did YouTube videos when I was super young, and you know, breaking up sucks was a thing, and I would wear like wigs and shit. If you really do your research, I'm sure you can find these videos. But I would do comment for comment, and this old guy, he was like 60, balding. I remember he had brown hair, like a goatee, and he kept commenting on my page. And this is whenever YouTube would allow you to comment on your actual page. And he would consistently do it, talking about, I love your videos. I watch them all the time.
He was definitely trying to groom you.
He was trying to groom me, brother. I was a cute kid. There's no way he wasn't trying to groom me. I've never told anybody that, but it just came to my brain just now.
He probably gave up after you went in the mop bucket head.
Do you guys have any like pedophile stories of like guys, or like moments where you were almost pedophiled on?
My neighbor.
Dude, I was my story. Careful motherfucking kid.
What?
I never got in like any of that shit. Even when I had the internet, I was like relatively safe with it.
I have a story about the time when I lived in Virginia and I almost got kidnapped.
What?
Oh my God.
Swear to God.
Are you fucking eating on the podcast, you disrespectful cunt?
He said, your mom's been in an accident. Get in the car. She's hurt. She's been in an accident. Get in the car right now.
You tell anybody about what we did here?
Even wilder.
I'll kill your dog.
Even wilder. It's even wilder. So
call an ambulance. Not for you. But not for me.
So it starts out, I'm probably about, I lived in Quantico, Virginia at the time, or Triangle, Virginia. I was about...
Was the triangle spinning?
No.
Brandon, get out of here with your fucking...
I was...
Try not to come ass.
I was about 6 or 7. And like, I forget what had happened, but like I was mad at my parents and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run away. And they're like, no, the fuck you're not. You know the fuck you're not. I'm like, watch me. So I literally grabbed, I forget, it was like a Caillou fucking like little kid's backpack. I packed that shit up.
Dude, I would tie a bandana around a stick like in the fucking cartoons.
Yep.
With like some stuff in it.
And then I walked out the front door and I got on my bike. I was like, I'm leaving. Bye. I just like rode off on my bike. I probably went down maybe about a quarter of a mile. And I come to this intersection. I'm sitting at the intersection. There's a stop sign. I was 7 years old, but I still understood what the fuck a stop sign meant. And this like station wagon, when station wagons are actually still like popular, like pulls up right next to me. And there's this like, it's like this middle-aged couple. It's like a man and a woman, and they're in the car. And they're like, hey, are you okay? I was like, yeah. And they're like, did you run away from home? I was like, yeah. They're like,
how'd you know?
They're like, do you want us to take you back? And I was like, no. And they're like, you need to get into the car. We're going to take you back home. I'm like, no. And like, there was just this, like, I think it was maybe like about a 10-minute back and forth of them trying to get me into this car. And they had like followed me because I had went like around the block. Like I knew where the fuck I was. And I went around a back way. And they just kept following me. And then finally at the last stop, they were like I pulled up, like there was a stop sign right next to a baseball field. And I pull in, I go up to the stop sign there, and then like they're still trying to get in, like they're still trying to get me in this car, man. Like they're trying very hard. Like they're not to the point of getting out because they think it's gonna be too, like that's suspicious as shit.
Was there like other people around?
Like, yeah, because like we're at stop signs, so like we're in traffic ish. Like there's multiple cars in this stop sign lineup, and like, they're still trying, man. And I was like, no. And I just fucking just took off, like right into the fucking woods, right behind the baseball field, and like just left my fucking bike behind.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck. So I go home and I come in the door and they're like, are you okay? It's been like a couple hours. Like, we didn't think you would be out that long. I was like, I'm pretty sure I just got tried to get kidnapped. My parents were like, nice.
Let's go.
No one's gonna fucking kidnap you. You're too fucking stupid.
I kind of had like a runaway story too. My parents tried to make me take a nap, and I was not about it. And they're like, "No, you're taking a nap." And I was like, "Okay." So what I did was I pretended I was taking a nap. I was laying next to my stepdad, and then I get up and I sneak away and I go outside. Like, where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go to my best friend's house across the street. Like, this is gonna be lit. So I just go over next door. And we hang out for like a few hours, and then all of a sudden, my stepdad pops up, and he's like, "Oh, thank God!" Like, he's not anywhere fucking crazy. And we lived on a military base. So where the fuck was I gonna go? But at the same time, like,
everyone would have known where to bring you back to.
Yeah. No, they would have been able to find out super easily. But you know, I go over to my friend's house thinking I was super fucking sneaky, because whenever you're a little kid, I'm like, I'm a big boy. I do what I want.
You're like, I'm on the run right now. I'm on the lam.
But yeah, that was my running away story. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was still like, I was just a little kid who was fucking retarded.
I never did it. I just threatened it.
Yeah?
I'm like, I'm going to fucking run away.
I'm going to fucking do it.
I didn't say fucking, but you know.
I'm going to heckin' run away.
I'm going to freaking run away.
Oliver, you had a lot of siblings, so there was a lot of villagers to take track of, or to keep track of. Sorry,
True. You didn't
even. There's been stories of all of us together where one person has been like lost because let's say we're all in a store together and one person stares at something, everyone else, and they're like in the back of the line, and other people just keep walking, and then everyone's like, wait, where'd everybody go?
Yeah,
where did everybody go?
Track of that many kids.
Yeah, dude.
Like was there ever a Home Alone situation in your family?
I mean, probably. I don't really.
Like you all went on vacation and one of you got left behind.
No. There was one time years and years ago. I was in Ocean City, and I think the only people that were down at the beach at the time were my mom and myself, and I was down by the water. And she went for a walk and came back or something. I don't remember exactly, but I just stayed by the water. Like 20 minutes goes by. I come back up. My mom's not there. She's like walking up and down the beach trying to find me. She didn't remember where I was. You know that like when people are where's Will?
Keep going.
So you know how like when parents like lose their kid, they have that like sense of like urgency, and like other parents are like, wait, let me help you, stuff like that. That's how it was happening. Like my mom was going up and down the beach trying to look for me, and all these parents were like, wait, what does he look like? We'll help you find him. I went back up to the apartment, and I was like, I don't know where everybody went. They just like left me. My mom was like, where did you go? And I was like, I was literally just down by the water the whole time, did not move. And she thought I like ran away or somehow got lost or something.
I was down by the game section, and I told my stepdad and my brothers where I was going. I was like, hey, we're in Walmart right now. I'm going to go to the game section and check out some games and play the fucking... Because they always had...
The demos, dude. The demos were lit.
So lit, dude. You're sitting there playing the PS2, and you're like Jack 3. You're like going ham. And I hear my name get called on the intercom, and I'm like, they know where I'm at. Like, whatever. Where the fuck do they think that I am? I'm this fucking nerd. And turns out they actually lost me. They had no clue where I was. And that intercom of them calling me was an attempt to actually find me. And eventually they just stumbled upon me in that aisle. And
you like, didn't go when the intercom called your name.
I was busy, you son of a bitch.
See, this is what I'm saying. I, as a kid, would have immediately started like flipping the fuck out and like gone to the front and like have tried to locate the source of the intercom. Like I was an overly cautious fucking weird ass kid.
I feel like I was too, but there were moments of just pure retardation. Like there was another time when I was in kindergarten and we were at recess, and I would be flirting up with these girls. We'd be playing house, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. We'd be playing chase out there. We'd be playing chase, bro. I chase her, she chases me. Like we get the flirt on.
Old timey games, yeah.
High key. And what I did was we started to play hide and seek. I was like, bet, I know the exact place to go. I've been eyeing this spot for weeks. It was behind this shed. And I hide behind the shed until after recess. And the teachers start flipping out. They don't know where I'm at.
Oh, dude, you're one of those kids.
It gets to the point where my parents show up. And they're like, I hear my stepdad calling for me. Like, Brand. And I'm like, oh, no, he's here. Let's go. And then I just get the most stern talking to ever. I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just playing fucking hide and seek, dog. Like, I don't give a fuck.
A baddie told me to hide. I hid. What?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny.
Players got to play, man.
Yo, high key tag was fun though in younger years.
Yep.
My younger version of myself. That was a fun game.
Bro, we used to play wall ball. Did you guys ever play wall ball?
Wall ball is so fire.
What about Red Rover? Do you guys ever play Red Rover?
No, how does it go? I don't know about that game.
You like all link arms, right? Or you hold hands in a line, and there's 2 lines, one for each team. And then somebody calls like Red Rover, send, and then they call whoever they want right over. And that person who they call on has to then run into the people's hands. If the hands break, the hands break, that team gets a point. If they don't manage to break the hands, then the defending team gets a point.
That sounds pretty savage.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty lit.
Yeah, wall ball's fun. Duck, goose.
I remember the time there was this transition, you know, for me. I would get all of the bitches whenever I was like in elementary school, I think.
Right.
Yeah. And then I transferred schools in 2nd grade. So like being the new kid gets
Yes. It's so nice. And then that transition to middle school, it turns from you just being this cute kid into whoever can run the fastest. If you ran the fastest, you were goated.
I was a ladies' man, and then in 6th grade I got so dicked. I was like most made fun of kid all of a sudden.
I mean, dude, kids in middle school are freaking ruthless, bro. They're so mean.
What did you guys get bullied about?
It became about who ran the fastest, who had the best haircut. Like, fuck, man. It became about all the wrong stuff. Before it was just about like, you know, who was chillest.
Yeah,
whose dad was the strongest.
Yeah, I got bullied about, I don't know, I got called gay a lot.
Yeah.
Which was like an insult back then.
I didn't get bullied in middle school, so.
What did you get bullied at all?
In the insulting way.
I felt like I did in high school, but not like that badly.
What would they call you?
My high school, high school wasn't even bad. I thought this was like a funny joke because there was like the best people come over. So in high school, I went by Mitch because that's my middle name. So people would call me Mitch bitch, and I was like, all right, that's the best you got. Like,
yeah, high school, I definitely was not one of the popular people in high school, but I wasn't like a social outcast. Like I knew people. I had my group of friends. I just kind of kept to myself. The only time I can remember myself like actually getting bullied in high school is when
I'm so sorry.
One homecoming and princess, my junior year of high school. There was this popular couple that really wanted to win it, so they got all their like popular group of friends to like gang up on us and like shout insults at us in the hallway when they came by and stuff. Oh, and when I was new at my high school, because I transferred schools from my freshman to my sophomore year, I got bullied by this one kid because I started dating the girl that he liked.
Oh, Mr. See, girl is bad.
It was like she was in his friend group, but he was like a huge simp to her, but was too much of a pussy to ever ask her out. And so I started dating her and he got mad.
And
it's relatable.
So that's where my nickname, my nickname when I came into my new high school sophomore year was Hipster Douche.
Hipster Douche? Are you
came
serious?
up with that. It was a god tier nickname. Not as good as Mitch Bitch, but Hipster Douche.
I don't think Mitch Bitch was even good.
When I transferred into Stephen Decatur, this is when I moved to Ocean City.
Good old Stephen Decatur.
No, you're hip, you Maryland fuck.
Good old Stephen Decatur.
This blue ribbon school, everybody was so much cooler than I was. But for whatever reason, when I was the new kid, all the girls wanted me. It was so weird.
Especially if you're like a new kid hot boy. They're like, who's this guy?
Yeah, dude, they're tired of the same old.
So
yeah,
like,
exactly.
What the hell is going on?
I have no clue. I'm sorry that all.
We're talking about how when you're the new kid in school, you get a lot of bitches. Basically.
Oh, fuck yeah, you do.
Will, your mic sounds so
what is
muffled.
Up with your mic sounds like it's being covered.
Yeah, do
by
that thing that you were doing earlier. But I had 3 girls fight over me like day number 1, and I felt
damn.
It was.
That's
it was
how you know you're a
insane.
player.
That's such a confidence boost, man.
Oh yeah, And I dated this one girl. She broke up with me because I was too nerdy. I talked to her about Left 4 Dead one time, bro.
Yeah. That's what the main insults were when I got Homecoming Prince. Is like my girlfriend got Homecoming Princess, I got Homecoming Prince, and like this one kid, I'll never forget it. He's like, it was the kid it was the boyfriend of the couple that wanted to win it, the popular couple that wanted to win it, and he's like, this is like got to be rigged or something. He was like Trump. He's like, stop the count.
Oh my god,
fraud. He said voter fraud.
Dude.
He said the fat girl and the nerd won.
Yeah, that clout when you get when you're new kid.
It's a big thing, especially it's not just different from moving. Like when you go from a Catholic middle school where you know everybody.
Yeah.
To
oh my god, I went through
public
that.
High school.
Yeah, I went from Catholic middle school to public high school to a year after that transferring to another public high school. Damn, I was way over my head.
Bro, that's 2 years of being the new kid.
It was some WAP, bro.
Fuck off.
Literally, the kid that called me hipster douche, the girl that I dated that he was mad at me about, ended up breaking up with me because I was a nerd, just like Brandon. I like wouldn't do anything.
Yes. So I started dating my best friend in middle school, and her and I were best friends. Like we hang out every single day. Like I would walk to her house whenever it was like a snow day. Like it was one of those relationships where everybody thought we were dating, but we actually weren't. And I went over there, and she was like, hey, we should start dating. Like I think I'm getting feelings for you. And I'm like, you're a pretty girl, fuck it. But I was too nervous to hold her hand. I couldn't do it. I couldn't kiss her. I couldn't do anything because I was a little puss bag.
I don't know what was like holding me back. Like I was thinking like, oh, she'll like reject it or something. Like, why?
Yeah.
And man, if they reject it,
why did I think like that? She liked me. I liked her. Why did I think?
Hey man,
like
back when you're younger, the first move with the girl is trying to get them to hold your hand. That's like the first move.
It's just
first I feel trying to get a kiss, bro.
Awkwardness is just injected into you when you're like a
hug is like
teenager.
what people mainly do anyway. So if you can get like the hand hold and then the kiss, you're like moving in the right direction.
How were the cool kids so cool? Like when I was like my
what
early
made a
high
popular
school
kid pop there?
They knew
so awkward with girls.
I feel like it made them popular that they knew a lot of people a little bit to a certain degree. If they knew
I
people,
could be like funny by just like being like I was around everybody, but like when it came to like anything towards romantic relationship, any kind of that, I was just like so awkward.
Yeah, for sure.
Time. It's a skill. It's an art.
Even so, right now, I think my confidence with girls is probably like pretty low right now. What would you say to a dude who's in a situation where their confidence is really low? Maybe they're in middle school where they kind of felt that same thing. What kind of advice would you give to a guy that doesn't have the confidence to move things forward in a more positive direction?
Shoot your shot.
Bro, like if it's just after a breakup, it's okay to go through a downtime, but eventually this has got to end, honestly. Like if you're in a down period, I get it. Everyone goes through a hard time after a breakup, but dude, if it's been longer than a month, you got to get your ass back out there. You're a good-looking fucking dude. Whoever's watching this podcast that's going through this, you're a good-looking fucking dude. You're a good-looking fucking girl.
Yep.
Like, get out there. Like, you know you're hot. You know someone's going to appreciate you. Fucking do it.
Yeah, no, if you're a girl, life is easy for you, and you need to recognize that and fucking shoot your shot because it's going to work 100% out of the time. Now, the guy may only want to fuck you, but the thing is you have to recognize that because guys are dogs. We're fucking assholes, and that's just how it be.
Yeah. I can be a dick. Yeah.
Yeah, my advice would just be like, do it. Don't be nervous if like, don't overthink it. If she's showing signs that she really likes you and is acting like she really likes you, then she really likes you. Just
do it. You got nothing to lose. Girls like that when you take charge.
Yeah. Take that and run.
Yeah.
Don't push up against the wall, though.
I was gonna say that. I held it back. Anyway. No, yeah, middle school was such
Oliver,
a weird
what would your
time.
advice be?
I think like you gotta like shoot your shot to a certain degree. Like what you don't know, you'll never know unless you try.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I to a certain degree, it's like if you don't know, because then if you're like really good friends with this person, it might ruin it. But like, if you guys are still friends, you should fall back on that because that's when you were friends first, right? So like, obviously, all right, then just set boundaries.
My favorite line is whenever in those situations when you know the girl's not feeling it, you're like, no, I shouldn't have done that. We're too good of friends.
And then go back into it.
and then she'll give you those fucking anime eyes, like shit. You're like, no.
Yeah.
Don't regret me.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No, middle school was such a goofy time because, like, you know, I remember getting with my 8th grade girlfriend, and how it happened was she was trying to set me up with one of her friends, and she was like, "Who do you think likes you?" And I'm like, "I think you like me." And she was like, "Maybe I do." And then I was like, "We should do something about that." She's like, "Yeah, let's get together." I was like, "Bet." And that's how it worked. That's all you had to do.
That was smooth like butter, dude.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Hey, what can I say? No, it's wild. That was pill popper, dude.
God, don't.
I saved this girl from KMSing, and now she's got a kid. I think she might have 2 kids, and she's got a husband now.
See, living a fulfilling life.
Yes, sir.
You're a hero.
And then,
I would call it that.
To a certain degree, I guess. I mean, she was popping pills, taking bills.
Have we told that story on this podcast?
Probably
saved. I think we have recently.
Yeah, I think we have actually. Yeah, I remember an episode where you're talking about this girl that we nicknamed the pill popper.
Yeah.
God, we both really brought our share of annoying ass bitches to the.
I appreciate you admitting that, Travis.
What?
I hated my middle school relationships. I always got stuck with the fucking asshole fucking females. There was this little girl. Like she was a certified fucking like midget. I'm pretty sure. Like she was short as shit.
Well, 410's midget status.
She was short as shit.
In there.
Brandon had 1 inch above midget status.
I think she was like 5 foot. I think that's how tall she is now. She's like 5 foot or 5'1". Like she's short. She's a short girl.
She definitely is like borderline having to sit in a car seat.
Bro, yeah. I think legitimately, I remember a field trip that we had with them. I had to ride in the same car with her, and like her mom was like, "All right, I brought your booster seat along." She's like, "Mom, I'm in 7th grade."
Damn, dude.
Bro,
what was the most savage shit you've done near your girlfriend's parents?
What?
The most savage shit you've ever done near your girlfriend's parents? I remember. So to kind of start it off in middle school. This was Halloween night. My girlfriend's parents were driving me around, and I was just straight finger blasting this girl in the back of the car while her parents were driving.
Bro,
see, you were not a careful kid like I am. All right, I don't have any story like that.
Is that legit? This actually happened?
Yes, dude. We had a blanket over us. We were pretending like we were sleeping.
Oh, it sounds like somebody else with a blanket.
I was so awkward with girls. Shut the fuck up. I was so awkward with girls, and like with that comes the deathly fear of their dad.
Bro, I was horrible with the ladies in middle school. I got dumped while like someone was in the shower. Like they were just so chill that they just called me. It was the little redhead chick. I ended up dating her, and she was a fucking pain in the ass. I hate her guts now.
Are we starting to know her?
She called one night, and it was her phone number, and her friend had called me. And I was like, "Hey, what's up? Like, everything okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, Carol wants to break up with you." I'm like,
damn, she had her friend do it? That's
while she was in the shower. I'm like,
wow.
why can't Carol tell me this? And she's like, she's in the shower right now, and she doesn't feel like it's that big of a deal. I'm like, got it.
That
sounds good.
Hung up.
Yeah. So I had a girl. She kind of looked like a shark. Like she was cute, but like not really. We were like,
you say this bitch looked like a shark? Did she look like Kisame from fucking Naruto, the shark boy?
I think so. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
I'm gonna find a picture of this while you're telling the story.
So
she looked like Sharkeisha.
Her and I were like good friends, but we would always like flirt, like the middle school version of flirting. Like it was like we were really good friends. And then gym class, she was like, "Hey, you should be my boyfriend." I'm like, "Hey, kind of down." And then we sat next to each other in silence. And then she was like, "Yeah, we should actually not do this." And I was like, "Okay." And I like got off the bleachers and like walked away pissed as fuck. I was so mad.
Shortest relationship of your life right there.
It was literally 15 seconds.
Nice. How good were those seconds?
Did she look like this guy, B?
I'll show it to the fans.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Loki, yes. Hold on, let me
actually spitting image.
God damn it. Yeah, on front of William's face right now. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember her last name. I should probably look it up. See what she's doing today. See if she looks more sharkish.
Hit her up on Facebook.
Hit her up on
You've had a lot of
do you
success
remember
on
me? We've had a thing in the past.
Like 15
Dude, if you want to rekindle something with someone from your like high school, Facebook is the way to go, I feel.
Oh shit.
You know what they say? The most powerful tool is history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is
who said that? A really wise man, I think.
And then one of the tenets.
Some really wise roommates came up with that.
Yeah.
Dog, it's really upsetting to me that we don't all hang out more, because I feel like we talk to each other all the time. We have this chat, we have this podcast. It's so upsetting to me that we don't talk more. And honestly, ideally, all the single version of ourselves all reconvene and live together again. Hypothetical situation. I feel like that would be wild.
That would be.
We can make a full-fledged YouTube channel out of it. Like you can make like a vlog.
That'd be like the Hype House on crack.
The Real House.
The Real House.
maybe in our younger years. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
that time has long passed.
I had to make peace with the fact that we'd never see each other as much as we did when we lived together. That was hard to make peace with, but I had to make peace with it.
I'm kind of okay with this. There were times where at least I would be like a little resentful over dumb shit, like hair in the drain from girls that would stay over, or like, dishes, for as in another example,
with maggots on them.
That was all of us. I'm not gonna pretend that was Oliver. That was all of us.
Dude, that trash can was disgusting in 482.
Disgusting.
That trash can was.
But like,
I remember one day, yours and Morgan's bathroom was just next to the maggots was the most disgusting thing I've seen in that house.
Probably Morgan, bro. Honestly, it's probably Morgan's fault.
I don't know. I see your bathroom today, dude, and sometimes it's a little puby.
I'm sorry I trimmed my neck.
Yeah, it was like Oliver's pubes plus Morgan's crusted pee everywhere.
Dude, Morgan Heike would never clean that bathroom.
Like this man, I don't think this man aims. I think he just like lets it flop out of his pants and just goes where it goes.
Yeah. High-key Morgan never really cleaned the bathroom ever.
Shout out Morgan.
What the fuck is this fish meme? Where the fuck did you get that?
I made it. I had it just on deck.
It's in the chat.
William, what is your thing that your roommates would get pissed off about? Like, what do you do that would piss roommates off? Hypothetical situation where we all live together, what would I yell at you about?
I think Will would be the clingy roommate.
Yeah.
The one that just wants to like hang out with you all the time and you're like, I want some alone time in my room. And he'd just be like, hey, what's up? I'm coming in.
Yeah. Okay. So hypothetical situation. If I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't be the clingy. I wouldn't be the clingy roommate. I would be. Ooh.
Just curious with your setup, Brandon, who you were pointing to there.
No, I was pointing at Will. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I called him clingy today.
Yeah, he called me clingy today, but I proved him wrong on that. I was like, I don't have a girlfriend, so you're the next person in line.
I mean, you
have to take it.
If I did have a girlfriend, the thing that I would probably yell at me the most would probably be maybe dirty dishes. I can be good with it sometimes.
Worst fucking chore for some reason. Whenever you do decide to do it, it takes like 15 or 20 minutes and it's like not even that bad. But for some reason, just mustering up the gumption to do the dishes is so hard.
So Oliver cooks a lot more than I do. So he naturally has more dishes. So
that was the hardest thing too, how everybody made a different amount of dishes. So it was always like a blame game when it was time to clean the dishes too.
No, and nobody knew for sure, but he definitely does the most amount of dirty dishes here, and he'll leave it in the sink. And like 6 a.m., I'm a piss bitch. I'm so mad at the world because I have to wake up early. And I'm like, God damn it, Oliver and his fucking dishes. And I'm like, wait. First of all, I'm being a piss boy. Second of all, we have a dishwasher. You just got to throw it in there. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. Like, why am I being a little dick?
I hate you for having a dishwasher.
Dude, it's the biggest upgrade of all time.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I know, my parents have one. It was the biggest downgrade going from living with them to living at like Sandpiper.
Wait, did you guys have one at your old place?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Never had a dishwasher since living with my parents. Really sucks.
Okay, maybe next time around.
Yeah, for real. No, I'm going. The next place I live will have a dishwasher. I'm pledging that right now.
Good internet, dishwasher.
Install it.
The place I'm moving into has a dishwasher, so I'm pretty excited for that.
That's actually a plus. It's a good vibe.
Fuck all of y'all.
So, since it is getting close to Thanksgiving, boys, I wanted to ask. It's one thing that's brought up during every single Thanksgiving thing with family. What are you guys thankful for this year?
Wow, you're really just going to jack my topic that I said I was going to say before the show, and you were definitely there.
You son of a bitch.
I don't remember Travis saying this, but okay.
I also haven't been talking much, so I felt the need. I was also gone for like for 10 minutes.
Wow, you're gonna steal his topic. Wow. All right.
But what are you guys thankful for this past year? We've had the episode where we've given our New Year's resolutions. Like what? But what are we thankful for? What's something good that's happened?
I'm excited for the New Year's episode, dude, where we go over our New Year's resolutions.
Oh yes,
yeah. Bro. Monsters, not drinking them anymore.
New Year's resolution for this year: 1 monster every 2 weeks. All right. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing anything.
I would say this year, with everything that's been so crazy with COVID, I would say that, none of my family members have gotten it, or I've gotten it. Just that.
Yeah, dude, I'm thankful that my life has not been too affected by this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's things that we haven't been able to do because of it, or that we wanted to do, like concerts or parties or whatever.
As far as the big stuff, who is alive in my life, I'm glad COVID has not affected that.
Yeah, exactly. It just hasn't really affected anyone in my family, so I'm thankful for that, and just that people are healthy, and growing up, everyone's getting older, doing different things, getting new jobs, stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm thankful that everybody's financially stable too. I'm thankful that we all figured it out.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
I'm very thankful that. I don't know. It's kind of hard.
I'm very thankful for my health. Number one, I'm glad that I'm still here today. I don't think I was ever gonna die, but like that was definitely a possibility. I'm thankful to be in the position where I'm at, where I have a good job. I don't know if it's stable or not, but it's a good job.
Mine's pretty fragile, so
very thankful for you guys in the podcast and the people that listen to this every single week. I'm just very thankful. A lot of bad shit has happened to me over the past year. And the fact that I have such wonderful people to be there for me. Dude, my grandma sent me a message and I didn't reply to her back because I was at work and I still need to. I'm gonna tell her this. Don't I'll see her tomorrow. She was like, I'm so excited to just hug you when I see you. Like things like that where people care about me. That's insane to me. So I'm very thankful for everybody that supports who I am, the podcast, and the fact that everybody's being safe and all that fucking corny ass dumb shit.
The podcast is a beacon of life in the middle of every one of my weeks.
It really is. I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful that we've had a podcast that's been semi-successful. Like we're getting back up. We're getting up there. I'm thankful that I have you guys. I'm thankful that I have my parents. I'm thankful that like things are starting to turn up now. Like I'm starting a Twitch stream. Like I'm meeting some of my New Year's resolutions where I said like I wanted to break out. I wanted to try new things. I got a Twitch stream going. I got friends who support me. I mean, hell, Brandon's gonna help me. Brandon's already told me what he's getting me for my birthday.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just thankful that I have so many people in my life that are supportive and motivating, and they're there to help me and watch me succeed.
Sure.
So I'm very thankful that I have those kinds of people in my life today.
Yes, sir.
DG. That's a good call.
What are you looking at, Travis?
I was looking up.
At that man bun.
I'm trying to look up when does the average podcast like blow up?
Just want to fuck that man.
Like,
bun.
what's the average time into a podcast from episode 1?
That man bun.
That it.
Call me daddy.
Stop.
That it like gets famous basically, or starts like climbing in popularity rapidly. I can't really find any solid data though. So
I just want to bend you over and grab that hair and fuck you from behind.
Yeah, I want to hear the opinions. I heard the opinions of these guys already.
Wait, hold on.
I'm kind of liking this like warrior pony that I'm doing. It's all that my hair's long enough to do right now, so I don't have a choice.
Hun.
I'm working,
yeah, I was saying,
I'm gonna work towards having long hair again. Like I want to see how I would look like modern day.
Dude, when my hair grows out, I have like a mini fro.
So we saw a bunch of our fucking fraternity bros, and one guy like was growing out his hair, and there's a fine line there whenever you're growing out your hair. You either look good or you look pedo as fuck, and I think Travis is pulling it off.
You think? Mine's in kind of like an awkward phase right now. Hang on, let me give you guys the full look at the pony.
Okay. We're getting the backside of your head. I haven't seen this in a while.
Dude, look at this. Oh, he's got it maned out. Dude, this is like some warrior shit right here. It's like some warrior shit.
Just came.
It's like some Japanese warrior stuff.
We could talk shit right now.
We like it though. We like it.
We like it.
Yeah, we love it. No. It actually looks good.
Yeah, it's good. It's like some warrior type stuff.
What are you thankful for, Travis?
I'm thankful just for. I'm just so thankful that I didn't suffer any like big hardships, because this year has been so hard for so many people. And I feel like though my life has been affected in a lot of ways by the pandemic and stuff like that, I haven't found myself struggling this whole year. And honestly, as weird as it sounds, this is the first year in a lot of years that I haven't found myself struggling at any point in the year in some way, you know?
Interesting.
Sure.
Like for my overall life, it's been a very smooth year.
Oliver, how about you?
And I'm thankful for that.
Like I said, probably like the health factor, just like nobody in my immediate family has gotten impacted or think that I can still see them with, COVID going on and seeing them, this weekend with my family flying in from Nevada. Things like that. Like, obviously I did not think I would be here in this part of my life at this age doing what I'm doing. I mean, wild. It's kind of one of those things where I just like went for it and here I am. So like, I wanted to take risks. Back from my New Year's resolution, I feel like I've definitely taken some this year with trying different things and doing different stuff. So like, it may not be the best situation I'm in, but hey, it's better than where I was before, in my opinion.
You hard met that New Year's resolution, dude.
I mean, I'm taking it. I'm still, overcoming challenges and stuff every day. But
meanwhile, they came out with this Monster juice, and I just can't stop drinking it. I had one earlier.
Yeah, I'm still not buff yet. Yeah, there's so many things to be thankful for, and to kind of bring it back to that conversation with William, where it's like, thank fuck you're still with us, brother. You know, I don't know where I would be without your support today.
Fuck, man, I'm thankful every day for the boys.
For the boys,
thankful for the boys.
I agree with that.
For the fucking boys.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Saturdays are for the fucking boys.
Wednesday night for the boys.
Yeah,
or Thursday nights if you're a viewer.
Yeah.
It's actually a little inconsistent for the viewer.
Yeah, different days.
Night we show up for the viewer.
Hey man, when it's a whole team effort, you can't just hate one particular person. All right,
take it like a good viewer.
Okay, I was not expecting you to say that. Okay,
be a good viewer.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to be thankful for.
Other exotic beers here. We got
going for more.
Day Crush Session Sour Ale.
Dude, sours are high key fire. Sours are good.
Haze. Yeah, I told him I like sours, so that's why we see a common theme here.
Yeah, they're so good.
Fucker, I gotta pee and I can't go back. All right, carry on.
Carry on.
You'll be peace when you are done.
That song is so fire, though.
What'd you say, Oliver?
What do you guys think? What do you guys think has been the biggest song this year so far?
WAP.
Yeah, it has to be WAP. If you're talking like literal, like most popular, made the biggest like meme, social media, and music industry presence, it's got to be WAP.
It's got to be WAP.
As sad as that is,
dude. I saw something. I think I said this not too long ago. Maybe a podcast. I told Brandon that I saw something on Twitter. It was before the election, like was over and stuff like that. And someone was like, "WAP, women as president." I was like, "That's high-key funny." I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. Just a matter of time.
I mean, yeah, we have our first. Can you believe that this election was the first female vice president? What the hell?
It's hard to believe. I find that
no one's ever chosen. Well, no one who's won has ever chosen a woman as their vice president. That's insane.
I found that a little mind-boggling. Yeah, that sounds a little like, just think about how we've had 45 presidents and not a single one. It just seems like there'd be a woman at some point that would have that much impact that you would pick them. It's just crazy to think about.
And it's crazy to think that she might actually become president, because a lot of people are pushing that Biden ain't gonna fucking make it all 4 terms.
We'll see.
That man ain't making it 4 terms.
Whether he makes it or not, we'll see.
I think we should actually put this to a bet.
Okay, wait, before you do this, he can't make it 4 terms because you're only allowed to run for 2 terms.
I said 4 years, I think.
You did not.
Let the record show.
Run it back. Run it back.
ESPN replay. I say he's gonna die. $5. I put it down.
I'll put
5 on that.
I put $5 down. At some point in time during his presidency, Kamala Harris takes over.
No, that wasn't the question. Who thinks he's gonna die?
You either think he's gonna die or you don't, Oliver. Put your fucking money down.
I say no.
No, you don't think he's gonna die in the 4-year term?
No, I don't think he'll die. I think they'll try to do some like he's not mentally fit to lead.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. So that Camille's gonna have to be president for
so I'll put money on him not dying. If all we're talking about is death versus non-death,
what's the most optimal bet here? Because if we're thinking about predicting whether or not he's going to maintain his presidency,
I think the bet,
and then that's what it should be. If that's what we're betting on, that's what it should be. Will Biden be president for all 4 years, or will not he? Are you for or against?
Against.
That's what the money
I'm against.
Should be. I'm against. Well,
all right, so then we have to do the death bet. I think he's gonna die.
I know.
I think he's gonna live. I'll put 5 on living.
Like I think at some point, for like a 2 to 3 month period, Kamala Harris will have to be president at some point in time during these first 4 years.
And to be fair to any FBI fucks that I know are listening,
for a 2 to 3 month period,
we're not.
I say she has a full year.
This is not a plot to kill at all. This is just speculation. This is just hypothetical universes.
I say Camille Harris gets a full year of being
and there
president.
Is no hypothetical presidential assassin Travis.
No.
Hey man, like you guys see that Trump's advisors signed the papers for the transition?
Finally. But he still has not openly admitted that he lost.
You're correct. He has
not. We're not at that point yet.
He's not going to. And honestly, like, there's so many. Why would you at this point? If you're the man that's supposed to be you're a cult of personality. You're either taking over the government, or you got to lose one day. And Trump is not going to lose. In his mind, he's not going to.
Also, there's like the fact that you've dug this hole so deep at this point, you're not getting out. Like, there is no just saying like, oh yeah, sorry guys, I lost. Like, you've already alleged widespread voter fraud. You've like, after just everything he said, there's like no going back on what he said.
You know, it's really messed up too, that in 2024, it could be Biden versus Trump.
Unless he's dead.
It could be.
Yeah, but Trump, we were talking about this earlier, Oliver. Trump fucked up with COVID.
Yeah, he fucked up COVID.
Yeah. And that he was going to win before this.
Lost him the presidency.
I think if he had actually handled it like he cared, it wouldn't have even been close with Joe Biden. He would have blown him out of the water. It wouldn't even been close. I also think that Trump thought there was going to be widespread voter fraud in terms of mail-in ballots. So he basically encouraged Republicans to vote on voting day. And if some Republicans
and then wondered why the mail-in votes were mostly for Biden, like,
yeah, exactly.
The level of delusion on this man.
Yeah, he didn't push for it.
I think if he put his ego aside here and killed it, he did really well with Kim Jong-un. He's doing it really well with economic politics.
Good stuff during his presidency. Whatever you think about like him as a person, he did good stuff during the like first 3 years, right? He had like he spews a lot of bullshit, but like he had good trade deals, honestly. I'm gonna fucking quote him right now, but he did. He did.
No, he's a businessman.
Other countries, like some other countries, liked him.
I mean, he
loves him.
Kim
Jong-un loves him for some reason, but
it's weird.
He did things too, like basically like pulling us out of the Paris Accord and basically holding the United Nations accountable for stuff.
Yeah, like actually like bringing troops home and stuff. Like,
he shoved stuff in people's faces, and the people don't like that. Yeah.
But then 2020 happened, and COVID happened, and he literally could not have handled it worse.
Nope.
And it literally lost him the election. Honestly, if COVID never happened, or if he had handled COVID like a normal fucking person, he would have bodied Biden.
It would have been not even close.
He would have bodied Biden in every timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump could potentially be the perfect president if he actually, he was the cult of personality and he turned his shit around. If he went ahead and he was a Democrat before he was a Republican. If he went ahead and was like this insane businessman and was like, okay, I actually appreciate minorities and I actually am not against gays.
Look at my African American over there.
Yeah. Like, I feel like he would have killed it, and he fucked up. I don't think, but the thing is like Trump doesn't have people around him that don't support him. He has people that are always reinforcing his ego.
If you're not like reinforcing his echo chamber, he just won't like have you around. He'll like ban you from his site.
And we saw that. We saw that happen.
Yeah, with like Fauci and stuff.
Yeah, Fauci.
He like was actively trying not to let him have a platform because he was saying how serious COVID was, and Trump didn't want that spread because he had handled it so terribly.
Yeah.
We lost the overlay here midway through, but I'll just edit that right back in. That's okay. Yeah, man.
I want right when Trump started running for president in 2016, Trump. I want that. I want the like I'm against big government message. Like the common American is going to take back America. That's what I liked. Like, let's let government stop pushing us around and let's us take a stand. Like, that's what really got him elected in 2016, was that he was a businessman. He wasn't a politician. And he spun that so hard. He's like, I'm not a politician. I'm not feeding you a line of bullshit. I'm against them. And like, people ate that shit up.
Yeah, they did 100%. And it was a good strategy that he pulled.
But then he let his ego get the best of him when he actually
once he got a hold of Twitter, everything went downhill.
He got the biggest head. Like, let's be real, he got the biggest head.
He was for the lower middle class. He was for the poor people of this country. Not necessarily.
He was for us in 2016.
Yeah. We didn't have any fucking money. We didn't do shit.
Trying to work, trying to like pay rent, trying to pay our way through college, trying to pay for like car insurance. I'm trying to pay for like 50 things.
Bernie Sanders I liked because he was going to bail the fuck out of me, dude. You know, I have $11,000 in debt.
But see, that's why Bernie never had a chance, because the government doesn't want that. The cabal doesn't want that, by the way. The people behind the scenes holding the little puppet strings don't want your student loan debt to go away.
They want you to pay it back. Yeah.
And the reason why you can't fucking erase that shit is because what can they hold over your head? You know, you can't go bankrupt because your education is not this physical commodity. You can go bankrupt and like that house is fine because the banks will take it. You cannot give back your education. Makes sense, right? I was for Bernie Sanders for that reason, because he would give back our education. He would completely pay everything off. But at the end of the day, how realistic is that?
Not really realistic.
That's a lot of money.
It's fucking not. And I think the biggest problem of that is the fact that colleges are way too fucking expensive at this point.
I think they say, this might just me, I don't know the exact number, but I think most Americans that go through college are somewhere between like $10,000 and $30,000 in debt.
Yeah.
And many are well over that much.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, man. Politics is super interesting right now because it almost feels like it's in the Renaissance era, Dark Ages. Like, we have these like crazy rulers now. It's not these people that seem to be perfect.
It's actually so interesting. It's like reading a book. It's like watching like Game of Thrones, but it's actually real life. I try not to think about that it's actually real life, but it is.
No, it so is. And that's what's so fucking bizarre is that behind the scenes, that's how it always was. It was always like Game of Thrones. But now we're seeing it on this level of such a grand scale. And what's crazy is it's going to get even more interesting because you can't trust anything. Like with, you know, you all saw, I'm sure you got this recommended on your YouTube, the full Joe Rogan podcast about him talking about monkeys was AI generated. You can't trust anything anymore. It's all going to be, first of all, audio AI generated, and then once deepfakes become crazy. Oh my god, dude,
deepfakes, they're getting so insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, this is turning into conspiracy podcast number 2, but
all right, boys.
I think like out of the last 10 podcasts, like 5 of them have been conspiracy podcast number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's how it goes, because we go down the area of politics, and I think, you know,
it always ends up coming back to conspiracy theories about
they go hand
people
in hand, man. I mean,
well, think about how many conspiracy theories are about governments themselves.
Think about how many conspiracy theories aren't even conspiracy theories because we don't even know about them for them to become conspiracy theories.
Generally, like, I listen back to our podcast and I'm like, okay, these are 4 kids who are absolutely retarded, but they have a good idea of what's happening. Like they, you know, we're sitting there poking at the big picture, but we're not actually diving into it. I think generally we're smart enough to know that there's something else going on, but at the same time, we're out here.
What are the real sensitive guys going to do about it?
Yeah, right.
We know that there's something out there, but we're too much of a lazy bunch of cunts to fucking do anything about it.
Just don't take my Here's the Storm.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you take Black Ops Cold War away from me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Literally, I think that's the only thing that could make like Civil War II or like a second American Revolution where we revolt against the American government happen is if they shut down the internet.
They shut down Mandalorian.
Dude, high key,
Baby Yoda.
Yo, high key, I've watched a whole first season and the four episodes in the new one so far. I've watched all of it so far.
Keanu Reeves dies.
Dude, it's so good.
All right, you just spoiled Cyberpunk, you fucking ass.
Boys.
These are the moments where I'm a little inebriated that I wish the show could go on longer because I enjoy these so much. But all good things got to come to an end. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. Go ahead and comment what your favorite part was. And as always, shoot us an email about any advice that you ever need, or if you just have these scenarios that you want to bring upon us. Please let us know.
Comment if you like my warrior pony, please.
Yeah. We want the highest comment rated will get a $10 gift card to Target. Probably not, but maybe. It's been your boy Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
And I'm Will.
You guys just listened to Real Sensitive Guys Hours, episode 43. Yeah.